Hello, everybody. Good to be seen by you. I hope you had a good weekend. I hope you got outside and enjoyed the beautiful weather. It's really late right now, so I'm going to keep this brief. But before I do that, I just wanted to mention I don't know if you have seen the news with the special guest from our choir party earlier this year, Mr. Elvis Francois, the singing surgeon, is making some serious waves right now. He put out a short EP album, and 100% of the proceeds from it are going to the COVID-19 fund. And I'm on Billboard.com right now, the Billboard charts, and he's right here. Big news story on him. There's the man. So he is climbing the charts quickly, and it's really, really cool, really exciting. So I want to make sure that you are aware of that. Check it out. And also seniors, just remember that on Tuesday at 11 a.m. we will be meeting. I would love it if all of you could be there. I'd just like to talk through some options for the end of the year, get some ideas from you of what we could do in different scenarios, just to make it as meaningful as we can. So Tuesday at 11 o'clock, it will be no longer than a half hour. I just want to hear from you, and I will send out a link for that. So, results from last time. The closest one yet, 4 votes between Help by the Beatles and God Only Knows by the Beach Boys. And the 4 more votes went to the Beach Boys. God Only Knows. Good for them. The Beatles have enough songs going to the second round. They'll be fine. The other one, The Times Are A-Changing versus Respect. 61% chose The Times Are A-Changing. Then the newer songs, Seven Nation Army and Wagon Wheel. 63% chose Wagon Wheel. And then The Scientist by Coldplay versus Stay With Me. Stay With Me, Sam Smith by 75%. So there you go. And we are really close to the end of this thing. I think we've got 3 more days before we're done with this first round. And then things are going to change a little bit as we go to the next, but I'll explain that later. So, again, I'm going to keep these relatively brief today, but I do want to give you a little bit of heads up of what these songs are about. The first matchup is between Jackson 5's I Want You Back and the Ronettes' Be My Baby. So, Jackson 5, if you were not aware of this is Jackson family as in Michael Jackson. And I Want You Back was their first huge hit, and it introduced the world to this amazing 11-year-old boy from Indiana. They were from Gary, Indiana. Just an overnight star, overnight success. The 5 dancing Jackson brothers hit the scene big time. And then quickly came up with some more hits, ABC and I'll Be There, but this was their biggest one at the time. And yeah, just watch that live performance. It's so amazing to see this 11-year-old kid just with the stage presence that he has and that voice. My goodness. And they were worried because it's weird for an 11-year-old boy to be singing about being in love, and then she leaves him, and then he's saying, I want you back. But it just, I don't know, it works. It's cute, and man, he can sing. 11 years old. What was I doing at 11 years old? And then the Ronettes, Be My Baby. So this is a group, and when I watched this live performance, I thought of Destiny's Child, actually. Do you know? I should not assume that you know who that is, I guess. You know Beyonce, that was the group that she got her start in, the 3 girls. Yeah. But it reminds me kind of a early 60s version of Destiny's Child. And this song was interesting because they rehearsed it for weeks and weeks and weeks. And then when you get to the recording studio, you do a couple takes and you got it. This one took 42 takes because the producer was so specific of what he wanted it to be. They brought in the background vocals. Cher, actually, if you know Cher, she was one of the background singers. And the reason that this one is so huge is that it created like this blueprint for how to record pop music correctly. The Beatles took their cues from a lot of what this studio pioneers did here. The Beach Boys did, and so it was a really big deal. And lyrically, it's a really simple song. It's just about a girl who's trying to convince a guy that she likes to give her a chance, basically. Like yeah, enjoy that. And then the other matchup is Tracks of My Tears by Smokey Robinson and the Miracles versus Good Vibrations by the Beach Boys. They're back, fresh off a win. Ooh, I wonder if they win again, if they're going to go against themselves next round. That would be fun. So, Tracks of My Tears. So, Smokey Robinson. When I listen to him sing, this is one of those singers where it's like, oh, I wish I could sing that high. Every time I listen to Smokey Robinson and try to sing along, I'm always surprised because when he sings, it sounds so easy. He's just effortless. And then I try to sing and it's like, holy moly, this is high. So as legend goes, there's a lot of stories and videos of when they used to perform this song, the audience would just break down and cry. It was surprisingly like gut-wrenching for the time. A lot of the songs were more cutesy and of this early 60s time. But they said that it tapped into the audience's emotion. It's about a man who tries to hide his pain but cannot conceal the tracks made by his tears. He's come out of a relationship with the love of his life, and this song is his confession to her that his high spirits are just an act and she's the only one for him. And I guess Smokey Robinson, he wrote this song because one night he was looking at himself in the mirror and he thought, what if a person cried so much that it left tracks of tears, tracks on their face from the tears. But yeah, just Smokey Robinson, his voice, and it's a fun. With these old 60s recordings and the low kind of quality of it, I fear that that you just kind of check out when you see the black and white, but really just pay attention to his voice through it. It's really amazing. And then the Beach Boys' Good Vibrations. I did not realize this about this song, and Brian Wilson. This is what he said about it. He said, it scared me, the word vibrations. And he was remembering how, when he was a boy, his mother tried to explain why dogs barked at some people, but not others. She said, a dog would pick up vibrations from these people that you can't see, but you can feel. And the same thing happens with people. That's what his mom said. So Good Vibrations harnessed this energy and turned it into a song. And just about this, yeah, I never really realized what the inspiration behind this song was. And then Brian Wilson, he was 24 at the time, he said he had another goal in mind. He said, my goal is that this is going to be a better song than You've Lost That Lovin' Feelin'. We listened to that last week. That was a big hit at the time, and he said, I'm gonna make a better song than that one. So again, kind of an awkward video, but a very legendary classic song that I think a lot of, and some very interesting instruments. You're gonna see, yeah, so just watch that. You're gonna see some instruments that, at least one instrument that you probably have never seen before. So that's that, and then the new songs are, hey, Miley Cyrus is here, Party in the USA, sing along. And then Somebody That I Used to Know, now you're just somebody, how do you say that name? Gautier? Gautier? That one. And then We Found Love by Rihanna versus Fix You by Coldplay. Fix You lost yesterday. Maybe they'll get a win today. So that's all I got for you today. So again, seniors, please remember about Tuesday at 11 o'clock. And yeah, I hope you're doing okay. Again, don't hesitate to reach out. Love you, kids. Bye-bye.